Welcome to Triumph IAS. It's a daily mains practice question and answer series. This program is exclusively designed for UPSC CSE aspirants. In this video discussion, we will discuss UPSC CSE mains previous 25-year questions. Question number 1. Discuss the various economic and socio-cultural forces that are driving increasing feminization of agriculture in India. Let's start with the introduction of the answer. Feminization of agriculture refers to increased participation of women in agricultural activities. The proportion of female workforce in the agriculture sector has increased to 11.2%. The main body of the answer should be: this increasing feminization of Indian agriculture is driven by following factors. Number 1. With a rise seen in migration of men from rural areas, the number of women in multiple roles such as cultivators, entrepreneurs, and laborers is increasing. Number 2. Poverty and quest to supplement the family income is one of the primary reasons why rural areas has seen unprecedented rise in number of women engaged in agricultural activities. Number 3. Agrarian distress and shift of men to casual work is also a factor for increasing feminization. Number 4. With increased mechanization of agriculture, men have moved to other non-farm activities while women have been confined to traditional roles such as harvesting, sowing seeds, and rearing livestock, etc. Number 5. Increase in state-sponsored welfare programs has diverted the male workforce to state-aided activities. Therefore, the basic roles in agriculture are to be fulfilled by women. Number 6. Low level of literacy and vocational skills in the rural areas force women to find employment in agriculture. Number 7. Penetration of self-help groups and increased emphasis on self-employment has resulted into increased participation of women in allied activities like dairy farming, beekeeping, poultry, etc. Number 8. Weakening patriarchy attitude and caste barriers has accepted greater female participation in fields. The conclusion of the answer is: highlighting the increased participation of women in the agricultural sector, the recent economic survey has stressed the need for an inclusive transformative agricultural policy to integrate women as active agents in rural transformation. Question number 2. To what extent, in your opinion, has the decentralization of power in India changed the governance landscape at the grassroots? Let's start with the introduction of the answer. Decentralization of power or decentralized governance views the process of development not as the sole responsibilities of the state or the community, but involves collective responsibility and thus decentralize the executive, administrative, and financial powers among three tiers of government. Though India has adopted the decentralized governance since the inception of 5-year plans, but it got constitutionalized after 73rd and 74th Amendment. The main body of the answer should be decentralization and its impact on governance. Number 1. Administrative decentralization has improved the service delivery outcomes. Example: implementation of RT 2009, direct benefit transfer, etc. Number 2. Introduction of the third tier of fiscal authority has met with varying degree of successes in delivering public services in different states. Number 3. Political decentralization has successfully helped in enrooting the political representation. Number 4. Planning through Gram Sabhas helped in effective formulation of policies through bottom-up approach. Implementation of MNREGA is one the best example of decentralized governance. Problems associated with the decentralization. Number 5. Planning through Gram Sabhas helped in effective formulation of policies through bottom-up approach. Implementation of MNREGA is one the best example of decentralized governance. Problems associated with the decentralization. Number 6. Local governments often suffer from weak institutional capacity, and their decision-making processes are also unsystematic. Number 7. information asymmetries, which make it difficult for central officials to really know the position at the local level. The conclusion of the answer is, even though there are some shortcomings, but local level participation has opened up spaces for new relationship between the governments and citizens. Question number 3. The Gati Shakti Yojana needs meticulous coordination between the government and the private sector to achieve the goal of connectivity. Discuss. Let's start with the introduction of the answer. Gati Shakti Yojana emphasize on connectivity. PM Gati Shakti is a new vision for integrated planning, synchronized time-bound implementation. PM Gati Shakti is an approach for growth accelerating trustworthy infrastructure through synchronized, holistic, integrated and comprehensive planning based on knowledge, technology and innovation. The main body of the answer should be public-private coordination. Number 1. Public transport platforms such as the Indian Railways, metro trains, Regional Rapid Transit System, RRTS, interstate buses, Bus Rapid Transit, BRT, as well as aviation can no longer operate in isolation and must come together to provide integrated and seamless connectivity to commuters. Number 2. Public transport platforms such as the Indian Railways, metro trains, Regional Rapid Transit System, RRTS, interstate buses, Bus Rapid Transit, BRT, as well as aviation can no longer operate in isolation and must come together to provide integrated and seamless connectivity to commuters. Number 3. There are huge contributions from private players in these projects, and time-bound manner has been assigned to these projects. The conclusion of the answer is, private sector has taken up great task of building infrastructure in the country through providing assistance in the Gati Shakti program.